Hi, I'm Elemi from Yeyeo Botanica. Welcome back. So great to see you all. Thank you for sharing us and coming back. And if you're new, welcome, welcome, welcome. We are www.yeyeo, and we're a spiritual and wellness supplier, which is why I do videos about all things spiritual. And I'm Elemi. I want to shout out, all my people from Berlin. Woohoo! Thank you so much for joining us. And of course, I want to shout out all my people from the United States, because I know some of you are always saying, what about us? I want to shout you out. Love you all. Today we're going to get into it. And this is going to be a breakthrough video for many of you. And if you don't need it, you're definitely going to share it with others. So, have you ever wondered this idea of generational patterns, generational curses? What's this all about? And does it affect you? So, let's get started in learning how to break a generational curse. Generational patterns are in every single family. Animals have generational patterns. People have generational patterns. Places even have generational patterns. This video isn't necessarily to go through what those look like in all those different places. Comment below if you'd like to see that. But we're going to talk a little bit today about generational curses and patterns that affect people in many different ways. And I want you first to know that some of these patterns are not intended to harm you, to destroy your life, but how they impact you can harm you and destroy your life. So today I'm going to show you some of the items that you would use in order to break a generational curse, whether or not you know what it is. So some examples of generational, we're going to say curses for the sake of this session, but you need to know that it's a generational pattern, and if it's affecting you negatively, then it's affecting you like a curse or some malediction or negatively, right? So a generational pattern in a negative sense can affect people, and I've done a video on generational curses. You can go through that because I really list quite a few examples. But for the sake of today, I'm only going to list a few. If people are losing children a lot and they're not able to procreate, or their babies don't come to birth, that can be a generational pattern. If the men are sterile, that can be a generational pattern. If people in the family are having severe issues with substance abuse, and it's a lot of different people in the family, that is oftentimes, most times, a generational pattern. People are not able to have stability. They're jumping around. They live here, they live here, they live here, they live here. They're all over the place. They're couch surfing, all these different things. For too long of a period of time, that is oftentimes a generational issue. And lastly, for today, a generational issue can be not having stability in love relationships. Relationships that are important, that help to grow your life, whether they be romantic or platonic. So for the sake of today, I've given you some examples, but today is really about how to break that. A work that you will do over 9 days or 9 weeks with yourself and with your spirit guides, with your higher self, and with your ancestors. So let's see what are some of the items that you would use for that. So as you know, I am an expert at doing spiritual work in addition to being a master spiritual teacher. So in my journey with working with the ancestors, working with spirit guides, and doing all this different type of work, I have learned from the ancestors that this is one of the most effective things to do. Here are some of the items that you need to have on hand when you're ready to take my training. Once you have registered for the training, of course, you will have a list of items that you will see in the training that you will be able to go back and redo the class or the training with. So the first thing that we have here is rope. So this is twine. Notice there's no particular color except for brown. You use whatever it is that you have. It can be thinner, but it needs to be natural like this. In other words, not red, green, or anything like that, just natural color. We have here pieces of parchment. So you can use clear parchment or you can use off-white parchment. We have some small candles. Notice that they have height to them, not tea lights. Holders, a spoon, a plate, and an incense holder, and some incense. And I've got a pencil here. So if you'd like to learn how to make this change in your life for breaking a generational pattern that is affecting you negatively, come to yeyeo.com, Spirit in You Institute, to learn how to do that. I wish you a lot of luck, and let's get started. So I know now your eyes are burning, your ears are burning. What is that all about? In our description box, you can click on the link and go directly to the class. I want to share with you that this will be very transformative. So if you've done some work in the past that is around generational patterns, definitely comment below. I'd love to hear your comments. We're going to talk about it on our kickback, and I love you for participating, and I know that this work will shift the needle for you. And see you next time. Ashe, ashe, ashe.